Hello everyone, welcome to the Gunnery PC livestream for the month of April 2021. I am joined here by Kavi, who is sporting his trademark look and something new. What's on your face? What is that? Is that Gunnery PC themed mask? That's pretty cool.
It is and is.
I would say that is cool and good. I'm also joined on Discord by the Beast and Harry. You guys,
Yo.
Yeah, there we go. Alrighty. So, yes, that is the guy on the coffee coin. It's him in the flesh. I know it takes a bit of, string pulling to get celebrities on the stream like this, but we do what we can. So, you guys probably already know we released a patch. Hope everyone's having a good April Fool's Day, enjoying all the various tomfoolery on the internet. Our update was almost entirely serious. We introduced the M1IP Abrams to the game. That's been cooking for a long time. We're proud to finally get it out there. There's a couple of things that we still want to polish up about it. We didn't get our full audio rework done in time, but that's what patches are for. I think it's pretty fun already though, and the fire control system is one of the best in the game now. I think the best in the game. And I will be showing that on this stream. We're holding this one later than usual because it's on a work day and we want people in the US time zone to be able to watch. Hope that worked out for everybody. So let's jump right in. Let me get my game started here. Abrams FCS is absurdly Yoba, yes. The EU is asleep. Well, can't win them all, I guess.
Why is that Mayuka like purple?
It was a cool render. I think Beast was doing texturing stuff, and it was.
We took it to synthwave land, dude.
Yeah.
God.
I thought it looked fun. Super Attendard. The M60A3 does not have a better FCS. It has better thermal display. The sensor is connected to a better resolution monitor, so you get better clarity, just slightly. M60 has kind of a neutered version of the Abrams FCS.
Your dedication is always appreciated, Figma.
Joe the Pirate, thanks for the follow. Alright, so here we go. This is the M1IP Abrams. Let's bring it to the firing line. I'm going to show you guys what really makes it impressive. This one is a gas turbine engine. It's different from the diesels and gasoline engines of other vehicles. There will be other vehicles with this kind of engine in the game, such as the T80 eventually. This is our first one. Alright, so here is what's really cool about this. The gun sight displays the current range in the fire control system and the ready to fire box up to the left of the numbers. When you laze, the range updates in your gun sight immediately, rounded to the nearest 10 meters. It's quite accurate. This is a vector stabilized sight and gun system. The gun follows the sight, or I guess the turret follows the prediction plus the sight line. It's there's a lot of cool math involved, but what it comes down to is as long as you're aiming and you have a good track on your target point, the tank will automatically compensate so that the shot will hit where your reticle is at all times. And stationary is not very impressive, so let's try moving. What I do is I get a good track on this target, center mass, the correct speed, I laze. Now my sight's offset to show lead. I fire, it hits where it's aiming. I let go of the aiming button, it dumps lead automatically. It's extremely easy to use, and this is a mirror of the real control system of the Abrams. there are switches on the gunner's control handles that serve as kind of the same feature. When you let go of them, they dump lead. And when you grab them, you can adjust the aim and the fire control system works. And you'll be able to play around with this in the public build, in the proving ground, like I am. But if you want to use it in missions, this is a Patreon vehicle right now. So you will need to subscribe on Patreon and download the restricted build. And we have several new missions with the Abrams in it. We don't do that to punish free players, we do it because the project needs money to be developed, and we kind of want to incentivize that. And your contributions are highly appreciated because they allow us to do what we do. Of course, this good
for the Patreons, they're probably going to want to they're going to want us to say, yeah, it is to punish the plebeians.
Our patrons are pretty nice, I think. Maybe some of them want to punish the plebeians, but you know, if you don't want to be a plebeian, go ahead and subscribe.
That's what we're gonna start telling them. Don't be a plebeian. Subscribe today.
So this lead system, if you've played the M60A3 in the demo, you already know this is much cooler and more convenient than the M60's lead system because it updates automatically live, and if you change your direction or speed, it changes where the sight is to show you where your shot will land. It's very slick. But it's not just that. Let's get all the way off to one side here and then start driving. The system works not just against moving targets from a standstill, but also against any kind of target while the tank is moving. So let me line it up here facing the other way. And I'm gonna hit cruise control, get it up to good clip. Let's get a good track on a target that I want to hit. Lays. And boom. That's just the fire control system doing its job. You get a good track, it compensates for your own movement, and it hits. And this works against moving targets as well. So if I find this target, oh, it's about to double back.
Even better.
Still works.
It tricked you.
Yeah, it juked me. A little known detail, there's directional sound on this tank. If I'm right behind it, I can hear it pretty strong. Same distance on the front, can't hear the engine much anymore, it's mostly tracks.
I don't think we plugged that, did we? Because we didn't even know about it until recently.
Yeah, it was added a few days ago.
Our audio guy just randomly did it.
Yep, he's pretty cool. Name's Kyle. He's been doing a lot of good work on this. There's more coming for audio for the Abrams, but we weren't able to get it in the patch in time. But like I said before, that's why we do patches. They can be updated at any time.
Got so much in this patch.
Yep. If we ever get to M1A2s, you won't have to worry. Yeah. M1A2 sight is much like this one, but instead of the reticle shifting off center, it actually turns the sight as well, so that you're always aiming in the middle of your gunner optic, but the tank is still doing the same compensation, kind of behind the scenes where you can't notice, and it's just a cleaner view. But this is the early style, so it has a single axis mirror in the gunner's primary sight that can only tilt on a horizontal axis to go up and down, and so it can't move the gun sight to look where the reticle goes, and then the reticle shifts instead. It still works really well.
Toxie, don't you drive a Leopard? Shouldn't you know the answer to that question better than we do? I think if we do a Leopard, it's going to be the Infernal's Messer 15, or The A10 goes on the 105 and the 15 goes on the Leopard 2, I think.
We still have to
which
do
one's the
Leopard
Which
stuff.
one's the Leo driver?
We
Someone
have a
in
few
the
Leo
video.
drivers.
Ask them, they'll tell you.
So this Abrams has a lot of stuff on it in the bustle racks. One cool detail is it randomizes. So if I restart now, instead of having 4 Alice packs on the back rack, I have all this other stuff. It's all rearranged. And it's got physics on it. It's a cool little detail. Speaking of cool little details, I don't know if you can see the periscope glass on the Abrams, on like the commander's hatch, cupola, and the driver's hatch. It changes color based on the angle that you're looking at it from. It's the germanium lenses with their coating and stuff. They have that kind of optical effect. I don't usually see this detail recreated in games. I think Armored Warfare does it on one of their Abrams, but it's not very common. It's kind of cool. And this is one of Harry's models, of course. Very nice. Turned out well.
We've been talking about this particular model, working it and reworking it for a while now.
Yeah, this has been in the pipeline for a very long time. I think it's been about a year since we started on it. It's just kind of been slow cooking in the background.
Because we knew that all the Americans were like, no, it has to be perfect.
I mean, let's be real. It's tied for my favorite tank too, so I wanted it to be perfect. If they didn't, I would have. Another thing, let me get a target lined up here. This vehicle has a new feature, which is blowout racks. The roof of the vehicle has these panels on the rear of the turret on the bustle. If there is any overpressure in the ammo rack compartment, they will blow off and vent the explosion away from the crew. And there is a firewall and armored doors in between the fighting compartment and the ammo. And when you fire, those have to be opened up for the loader to access the ammo. And of course, since this is going to be PC, we modeled that. And it's animated. And it's not just a visual effect. When that door is open, if a fire or explosion happens in that compartment, the crew are in trouble. And if that door is pierced by a projectile, the crew are in trouble. Same goes for the firewall around it. We have updated the compartment system for the flammables to be compatible with ammo doors and firewalls. And so if that's compromised or opened, if the seal is not secured, it will change the effect when there's a fire starting.
You should calculate the cross-sectional area of the opened part of the door and like have a higher pressure jet.
You know, I thought about it. I half,
dude.
No, I half implemented
laugh,
that.
man.
I have an openness. Hey, I have an openness stat in there that has like a ratio of how open it is, and I just didn't plug it in anywhere yet. But yeah, that's a thing.
Reviewed that code. That is in there.
Yeah, I know you were joking, but come on, it's me. You should know better.
Can they pin the door open for faster reload time?
No, that's a safety violation. This is war.
No safety violations in gunnery PC.
Yeah, same ammo as the M60, the 105mm, currently loaded with M456 heat and M833 Sabo. M833 is not the best ammo for taking on, say, the T-72 from the front because it has composite armor. It's pretty decent. And they eventually upgraded to M900 Sabo a few years later. But we're starting at 1985 as our guideline, so M900 wasn't fielded yet. So you're stuck with M833 now.
Yeah, blow it up, man.
Yes.
Blow up my Abrams.
You can.
Be taken down.
Alright, I'm gonna go drive to where the T-72 can see me, and then we'll blow it up.
Use that missile right there, man.
Hey, we gotta
Could
do
an
it.
Abrams be defeated by the T-3485?
Harry, why would you bring up a T-3485? That's not relevant to this.
It's not even our timeline.
Okay,
Blow the shit up. Blow the shit up.
let's grab the ideal Abrams killer. Yeah, not really, but the best one we have right now. Oh yeah, with new ammo models, by the way. These still need a texturing pass, but they are more detailed. They have more correct coloring, and they
Oh,
will.
thank goodness.
Huh. So anybody who really likes the 125mm stuff, the 2A46 gun, and all that, that might be pretty cool to see. Okay, my fire gating is complaining. There we go.
Harry has no cheese.
Pause. You're doing like a to be continued.
Oh, no way, it didn't actually detonate the ammo.
Yeah, because I mean, Abrams is impenetrable, man. What do you mean?
Oh, so working as expected.
Yep,
Yeah.
American
This is how
bias.
it works.
Blow it up, border.
It's basically
You guys
never
didn't
been
know
defeated.
the Abrams has depleted uranium on every surface.
Yep, inside and out, and every ammo piece is also depleted uranium.
How does it feel to have made
That'll
something
do
that
it.
cannot be defeated?
It said stop by terrain. I missed.
Are you shooting too far back in the rack?
Do you need a master
Maybe.
gunner to take over for you?
No,
We're gonna
no,
need
no.
Javi to do this.
Hold on, I'm gonna nail this.
Just use the
There.
missile, dude.
I wanted to do this with style. So the
Killing
initial,
Abrams.
there we
There
go.
we
He's an
go.
American.
The
Oh, here we
initial-
go.
Ooh.
I don't know if you noticed, the initial blast took out the side ammo covers because they weigh less. This is something that I didn't even know was going to happen, but I coded it that way in case. The side ones came off first because they're not as heavy. Then the middle one came off when there was more exploding going on. And now it's burning.
We should have hobos like gather around the flaming embers, warm their hands.
God damn! I thought this was gonna be a Abrams showcase. Instead, it's like Harry's shit posting stream.
Hobos. Just run into the forest from nowhere. Just fucking.
So
Harry just
unfortunately,
massacring his boy.
the crew have evacuated now, so I can't do anything. But if I do this again better, I can hit the Abrams in such a way that nothing else gets harmed besides the ammo, and then it can still operate.
Use a missile this time.
No, this has to be done precisely, not like that.
So you're not going to talk about it.
Yes. My whole team is just
Josh
roasting me
sucks at
today.
his own game.
Alright, here we go. So, the blowout
Fine, boys.
rack worked as intended. The door was sealed at the time. Now all that ammo's gone, but there's still some ammo in the
Toast.
hull, and the crew are fine.
So what you're telling me is it's a zombie.
Yep.
They're having a Guy Fawkes celebration.
And I even have a round in the pipe, so I could fire.
M-Duck asks, can you rearm from the hull now?
No. Originally, it's a funny story. When I was developing this, I didn't have any provision for preventing a restock when it was on fire. So I did this, I detonated all my ammo, and then I hit the restock, and it started loading rounds into the burning rack. I think the fire had gone out, but it was still hot. It started loading rounds, and it basically into an oven, right? And so it would load one in, and then a few seconds would pass, and it would disappear, and it would go boo, and a fire would flare up. And then they would keep loading, and they put another one in, a few seconds would pass, boo, more fire. And I just fed all of my ammo into the hot rack and let it go up. It was amazing.
If only there was somewhere else you could hold the ammo before you loaded it, right, M-Duck?
Yeah,
Right.
somewhere like, between the legs or
Maybe like some
on
sort
here.
of organic rack.
Yeah.
I think they probably lapped that up. So anyway, you would theoretically,
Show him,
you would, what? Show them what?
Jeez.
show him the hollow explodey boys. Show 'em.
That's going to be harder to pull off. I'm not even going to try. I'll just describe it. There's also blow-off panels for the hull ammo racks. So if you get hit in the hull rack and your tank isn't demolished somehow and you're still playing with it, you might see fire venting out the top and bottom right near that hull rack. That's a lesser known but real feature of the Abrams. However, this one is less reliable, and I've noticed in testing that if you hit a heat warhead in the hull rack, it does tend to injure the crew, which I think is pretty realistic because that box is tiny. And yeah, I think eventually there might be options for loadouts, and it's possible that we wouldn't have ammo in the hull rack, because I know a lot of crews don't like to do that or don't know about it, depending who you ask. So we'll see what happens, but for now it's there.
Did we do anything else cool with this thing?
What do you mean?
Did we change the marking system at all for this? It's just the same as the M60.
Yeah, it's the same as the M60. We changed the range that it can use, like, so the lettering actually makes sense. It won't show like C68 or something, because that wouldn't make sense.
The triangles, I should probably like make them line up with the 3.
Yeah, there's always things to be modified.
Yep, the fire stops burning. Eventually.
It does. I think even the smoke stops eventually when it cools off. And when I say I think, I know, because I coded it that way.
I'm action scripting.
My breach is empty now, and I have no more ammo. I still haven't put in a system to allow you to pull ammo from an alternate source, but I think I'm going to do that eventually, because it would be a shame to have this reserve and not be able to use it. My fire control system knows that there's no ammo ready, so that square isn't showing by the range numbers now. That's how the tank works. When the handle is up by the loader to arm the gun, and the gun is not fire gated from being misaligned, everything's fine. The square appears to tell you can fire. If you see the square disappear while you're maneuvering, it's because the stabilization hasn't caught up and it's taking a moment to do that, or you have no round loaded. Do we have any quick questions before I jump into a mission?
This isn't really a question. I hate restarting the Proving Ground mission just to reload my tank.
Yeah, I've got some ideas for a kind of a cheat panel or something to reload ammo and do things like that for playing around. We'll see. We've got a lot of things that we want to add, and there's only so much time for each patch, so we pick and choose. Alright, since it's April 1st, I'm going to show the April 1st mission. By now, everybody who's tried the build already knows about this. We have briefings now, by the way, for each mission. And we will have a map at some point in the briefings. That didn't quite make it in. We also have maps in the game now. In the Point Alpha map, you can hit M to bring up the terrain map. It's not finished. It doesn't do zoom, it doesn't show friendly units, it doesn't have any kind of markings or tactical stuff on it, but it is a map of the area and it shows your own position. So it should be useful at least a little bit for now. And we continue to work on that like everything else.
Are you going to add more end conditions? Not only end conditions, but just staged objectives?
Yes.
Strung together objectives?
Missions are nowhere near finished right now. We only have one win condition, which is destroy everything. That's going to change. There's going to be like territory or tactical movement based conditions. There's going to be like percentage of forces depleted. There's probably going to be some kind of retreat or route ability. There will be various like triggers and different kinds of AI. We got all kinds of plans there. It just takes time to do everything. So here's a completely serious mission.
Absolutely, 100%.
It represents exactly what the game's all about.
You could say this
Steve,
is
thanks for the follow.
historically accurate as
Yes,
well.
of course. Very historically accurate. No, it's still alive. And there's more of them.
Time to get killed.
Better not fail this, Josh.
I'm probably gonna fail.
America is ready.
I hear the music
Definitely
again.
better using heat against them.
Where's the music coming from?
You can win, it's just really hard.
It is. Also, if you're sitting out in the open like me, it's probably not great.
I heard about this. Why is this the best version of the anthem? Do you guys know? Or can someone say in chat?
It's because it's Russ's favorite.
Yeah, he's the one that said it, I think.
It's still alive, what the hell? Oh, the dart just went straight through.
It's whistling him. You gotta load heat, man.
Yeah, what are you doing, man? Stop.
I have heat. What are you talking about? I'm firing heat.
Oh, you're loading heat. Alright, alright.
Are you guys like way behind on the stream?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's been like 30 seconds since I used.
Don't
I'm
worry.
pretty sure the ammo rack is like.
How are you not dead yet?
Action's doing his best to die.
Jesus. Dude, get good. What the hell?
Oh boy, I'm
Driver's dead!
I'm in trouble now.
The F indicator, what is that?
Power loss.
F is to pay
Oh,
respects
fault.
for your fire control system fault.
Are you on hand crank now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So for those playing at home, his turret drive is dead, and he is turning the turret by hand.
Yep, because I lost power.
Thank you.
What was that again? Like what, Harry?
That was for Carby.
I appreciate it.
Oh, I did it! I can't believe I survived that.
Wow.
I was
I'm actually
just
surprised.
sitting out there, daring them to shoot at me.
Look at
Okay.
you.
So a new feature is that it says player next to your shots in the after action review now. So it might help if you're reviewing a situation where a lot of identical vehicles are involved and you're like, was that my shot? And now
Oh, I can see all my misses now?
Yep. You
Nice.
can bask in the glory of your failure.
Jesus, that's a dart? Oh, I guess it shattered.
Shatter that guy's femur.
Yeah. The spall is based on like the thickness of material encountered and all kinds of other things, bounces. They're trying their best with that HE, but
They keep hitting you, like, nailing you in the turret ring, man.
yep, that's the only reason they're dangerous, really. They keep hitting weak spots. Most of the tank is impervious to that World War II ammo. Now let's run it again, but this time as a T-34, because that's kind of fun.
No hash right now, Superman. I think Leopard will be the earliest thing we do that has hash, maybe?
Red, thanks for the follow.
I think Leopard 1 has hash, doesn't it? It had it. I don't know if they actually ran it. We have to research that.
You get in contact with the British for hash. Their actual operation.
Can tracks be lost, or is that not modeled?
Tracks can be lost, but they don't look like anything different. It's like the game will register that they've been broken and the vehicle will stop, but that's it. Of course, we'll
We're
add
still
that
sort of...
later.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out a good way to animate that that's not, like, janky in some situations. It's kind of a hard problem to solve. Like, ideally, we just physically simulate it, but... No.
How can you make awkward eye contact with the camera?
Can't see his eyes anymore.
Yeah, dude. His eyes are those lenses.
Requested area, not me.
Does he want my portrait? What are we doing?
shoot that ammo rack. Let's put an end to this.
He's still alive.
No. Watching this.
Oh, there's an M113 alive.
Good thing you can,
No, they shot my gun. No.
Wait,
Brothers,
who shot your gun?
comrades, what have you done?
Friendly fire?
Yep, I got friendly fired. Yeah, we still won.
But you will carry this loss.
Oh, you should inspect the T-34 for the boys, huh? There's some changes made. Does anybody see anything that shouldn't be on the T-34? Where are the T-34 cougars in the street?
Where's the Coomers?
I gotta turn this game down so people can hear. The communism music is too strong. Alright, yeah. The question was, what's on this T-34 that's not a T-34 thing usually? What's new? Do we have any T-34 experts that know what's different on here?
Is it missing the log?
Stowage bin. Someone got one. Okay, that's one out of like.
That's
five.
one.
Should I start giving
Anything
hints?
Oh,
Nah,
no,
screw
we need
'em.
real
Figure it out.
Coomers to come out here, dude.
Rear turret storage. That's the third time someone said that. Anything else? Convoy lights. Yay!
Yep,
At the rear.
that's a good one.
Lights. The armor doesn't have gaps. Yep. I don't know what you're talking about, but yep.
Smokes. Yeah, I guess. Well, I think they did have those. They just didn't issue them that much in the Second World War. We do have them here. East German sign. Yeah. Sure. What are those? What are those?
What are those?
I don't
Come
know.
on, guys. Where are the BMP-1 guys at? Where are the
No one knows?
They had those things on there, man. Come on.
Alright.
All the road wheels are the same type. Yeah. Okay.
Tank sandals.
God damn it.
Wood.
Wait, where was that one? Is one going off by some house somewhere? Yeah, this one's just careening through yards.
Jesus, man, they're hammering along.
Yep. They have
are
no
very
chill
fast.
at all. Oh yeah, we have buildings, by the way. This is another new thing. This map is under development. Maybe some people thought it was finished or something, but we're constantly working on this. We not only have like new terrain stuff, like this texturing is better this update. We've also got some arrangements of structures, and if I can find it somewhere around here, there's a city. Yep, there we
hamlet.
go. There's a yeah, a hamlet or a village or something. What was it called? What's the name of this place?
I can't remember, man. Some German stuff.
It's on the. Oh
very
wait,
German.
wait, it's on the
Some
map. I can just
German
look at it.
stuff.
It's got
It
umlauts and
is Setzelbach. Something like that. So yeah, we've got that one. We'll be adding more stuff, and this map will get more features eventually. Right now it just shows where you are and which way your camera's facing, just to help you orient.
That town is in Austria, not Germany. M-Duck.
Yes. It's a nice cozy little place. Right now you can't do fancy things with it, like you can't damage the buildings, the fences don't react when you drive through them, stuff like that, because it's all brand new, work in progress. We only have so much time per patch, and of course we're developing it as we go.
He's
You're
not on
gonna
the
go there?
stream.
You're
but
really just gonna keep looking at it through the fog?
I'm heading over there.
You can get a very weird, like half a kilometer, like 4 kilometer view.
Alright, actually
Oh.
Just
there's
like
a...
the lips.
Here,
It's not on the stream, but Lancer did a ton of work on these buildings. They came out really good.
I'll do a flyover, but then I'll also go and experience it properly with a vehicle that's been added to a mission recently.
My experiences.
Yeah.
There you go, guys. There's my town.
Let's load in a mission where it's easier to see what's going on in that town.
T-34 is not an April Fool's thing?
It is an April Fool's thing. Absolutely. we say no World War II constantly, and then we turned around and added that.
However, it's because the T-34 can pen the M1's turret, we're removing the M1 until we can fix that.
Yeah, we're going to remove the Abrams.
Yeah, we've had some complaints about the armor, so of course we have to cancel the Abrams until that's sorted out.
I hope you guys enjoy that, but it's gotta go, man. It's gotta go.
We're just gonna slowly shift out vehicles until we're just one vehicle per patch. That's it.
Oh, what a pleasant drive.
MDuck said something about infantry garrisoning buildings. That is something that we would like to do, but infantry have a long development lead up before they can be properly included. Yeah, Beast, did you see my pro driving skills?
Are you drunk?
No, the traction on the road is a little weak right now. So I got out of control. Just think of it like it's icy or something.
Technically driving from the passenger seat, it's supposed to be like you're the commander and somebody's driving you along.
Yep, it's commander view.
You're the dude with the map in the rally being like, hard right, hard right.
Hard right!
Mm-hmm. No, turn around, we missed the main street.
You're braking the car.
Triple caution! Yeah, so you can explore this place pretty easily in this mission. Because there's nothing going on. There's not a lot to see here, but there's some cool walls and buildings, and yeah, might be fun.
Progress.
Yeah.
It's more than we had before in the field that it was.
Yep, and the other field, and the various fields, and the woods, and I can't drive.
Traction king, man.
Yep, I probably need to up that a little bit for the concrete, and more or a lot bit.
Someone's saying this looks like Arma 3 now.
Oh, a little bit with the red roofs.
Or an oof.
So let's do an actual combat mission with the Abrams, I think. That might be nice.
Border looks just as bad as Arma 3.
They want to know if it goes beep.
What do we want to do here?
BTR when? You hear that? That's a question. BTR when? Josh, BTR when?
Yeah, when, Josh?
As soon as Harry stops asking about it, I'll put it in.
He's melting!
Yeah, we have
BTR. It's
we have
just,
the model.
We gotta put it in. There's a zillion things we gotta do. We also need a programmer to write some AI for infantry, I think, don't we? Or what's the main thing we need?
Yeah, I would say AI stuff is a good one for that. It's like, theoretically, we could do everything, but it would take forever, so we gotta start trying to delegate some more things. Oh yeah, randomized luggage. Again, you can see the setup's so different.
Closet.
Where's my
Closet
bucket?
monster. That is currently a bug in the game, and that will be fixed later.
Oh yeah, the coax not working with the fire control system. Yep, I know about it. It's just, I had other things to worry about.
Right now, just use your very, overly large amount of coax and adjust.
How does that work? Does it you actually switch to coax and then the entire mantlet elevates just
Yeah,
with
it just
coax?
goes whoosh.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
It works. Don't go in front of my gun.
Fuck you.
Lav 25 Saberman. Maybe I don't know if there's because that's a Marines thing, and the scenario we're doing, I'm not sure how the Marines would be involved. They're more likely to do some wow, many miles away. I think if we were to do Marines, they'd probably be doing some Scandinavian LARPing or something, right? So it'd probably be another theater altogether. Where would we put the Marines? If you can come up with a reasonable Marine involvement in the Fulda Gap, maybe... right now we're holding off even putting British and stuff in because the British weren't assigned to the region, even though I really want to do some British stuff.
And we've got some good scans, too, of British vehicles, right?
Yes. We've got really good British reference material.
The Canadian boys may have used laughs, so maybe that's
that early? I think when you look at photos of the exercises and stuff, the Canadians are all riding Leopards, obviously, and their weird little Lynx thing. There's a bit of that going on. But I think the Canadians would have been working with the British anyway, right? In the central...
Yep. Thought we ran like a weird like 6-wheeled one for a little while. I don't know, it's weird.
Oh yeah, they had that weird, like with the 2 wheels at the back, more like the Moag or whatever. Yeah. I don't know what the deal with that is.
What is up many miles away?
Axis, we don't need a scan of a universal carrier. You should scan stuff because scanning is cool, but like between me and our associate Tim, we've probably got about 3 scans of universal carriers. They're everywhere, man. You can collect them like baseball cards.
Now this is a reality capture scan, limited edition.
It's a shiny.
Yeah. No, that's all of our in-game models.
7th call? Where was 7th call?
I'm trying to find the last T-72s. I hear some shooting.
We'll be able to accidentally feed the wrong type of round to the DFCS. You mean like indexing, say?
No, right
like,
now indexing is done for you by the AI. It's assuming that the crew are competent. The only way you can mess it up is if you are not on the palm switches and you switch ammo types and then you don't relays. Then there's no additional input fed in, so then you can do the wrong ammo type for the super elevation. If you hit the palm switches, which is our aiming button in this case, or you laze again, it will fix it.
And you can sensei motor space.
Yeah, if you operate the Abrams the way it was intended to be, like holding down the switch and actively aiming around, it'll work fine in every case. Where is this?
We've got the
tank?
perennial, is there going to be multiplayer question? I bet there's one that's like mobility killed, but the crew's still alive or something.
Probably.
You just got to go and poke holes in.
I'm gonna go cheat and find him. That's an M60. That's not it.
Just chilling.
Just driving around the
Did I
countryside.
drive past them? Oh my gosh, what is that? What are they doing back there?
Is this the stupid when they start going home?
No,
They get bored and go home.
They advanced past me. They're in the rear of the battle. Look, it's just cruising around.
We all get thermalized, alright? We're gonna use it in multiplayer against you guys. Just nothing you can do.
Yeah,
Actually,
just
anyone can
developer
use that
vision.
cheat. It's not a developer thing.
Yeah, no, there's...
It's a patron only cheat.
Just fire into the bushes, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to waste my rounds.
Why is the T-72 much hotter than the Abrams? What did we do
Because
there?
the Abrams doesn't have the same settings right now. Remember we were messing around with it for the
So you're saying...
fire.
I'm ready! We're removing it, remember? Because it's broken. We're removing
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that's right. Gotta take the Abrams away to fix it. Alright, well this thing hid in the trees and now I can't find it. What other questions do we have? American
Load up
bias
the
or
chat with
Abrams?
questions, guys.
Miles, the content creator only hacks you get a free eternal gratitude.
Yeah. And a kick in the
Yeah,
pants if you really want it.
Yeah, we'll
Pretty
give you
good
free
hack.
CBT if you want.
We will send you one thumbs up emoji.
I should probably be looking for that last tank.
Do vehicles have realistic heat profiles, or does just everything glow?
Right now, the layer of the system that uses the realistic heat profiles is not finished, and we still have to author those profiles. We have a system in progress where different parts of it should heat up individually, like the engine and the gun and all that stuff. It just takes time not only to polish that code-wise, but to create the heat maps for each vehicle. So for now we have every vehicle is the same temperature throughout, and it serves the purpose well enough for the short term.
What do you think about next vehicle?
I'm not going to answer that until we internally know which one is pretty reliably ready.
We kind of know, but
flyable MiG-21.
it's going to be S-Tank.
Of course. But that's what the people want. Yeah, I'll just have to wait for a different April Fool's. No prototypes.
Ross keeps asking about the T64. The scan was not usable, so it's delayed.
Yep. That's the trouble. You're trying to make a game that has a high level of accuracy. And you have a certain standard for that. It can be difficult to meet that sometimes. Like in the case of scans not turning out.
Whoever told you we have a new T64 scan was lying.
I just figured you were lazy.
I never said there was a new T64 scan.
Someone got the impression somehow. There's a rumor that we have a T64 scan now. We do, but it's just there's problems with it because it was on a like a really wet day and the scans all like melted. Unfortunately, our GoPro Gopnik cannot control the weather, so he wasn't able to fix that.
GoPro Gopnik. That's the official title.
Yeah.
We have an opening for various other kinds of Gopnik supply if you're interested. So yeah, there we go. There's Abrams in combat. What else? Abrams has some weaknesses, of course, like being shot from not the front.
By 85mm APCR, yeah?
It's pretty typical for a tank because they can't armor them all around at the same protection level. Are there 64s on display outside of Russia? Not really, not many. It's pretty tough to find them, actually.
I can't think of any. Well, okay, Ukraine. There's plenty in Ukraine. If you want to go to Ukraine, anyone want to go there right now?
Not really on display right now, though. I think they're...
No, they've got their Patriot Park and all that kind of stuff. There's T-64s all over that crap. But I think a lot of them are like weird, like Ukrainified ones.
Mm-hmm.
What does Ukrainified mean?
Like they upgrade T-64s into like I don't know everything. They put a T-55 turret on a T-64. They do insane things. I don't know.
They paint it blue and yellow.
strange.
Let's see.
Ukraine likes to make them better.
Or worse.
Usually worse.
Ukraine likes to make them special. I'm pretty sure there was one they had like an APC version. It's like the what is the Israeli thing, the Aksarit or whatever. They did like an Aksarit T-64 backwards APC. It's just insane. We're not doing that stuff. We're not doing Yuri's welding shop specials.
Well, you never know. What if it's year 5 when we're running out of DLC ideas?
GHPC, Yuri's welding shop.
So that shot just went through the semi-ready rack door, which means the crew are either injured or evacuating the tank because now there's fire in the compartment. That's what I was talking about earlier from the firewalls being modeled now. It seems to work pretty well.
Abrams BTFO, man.
Yeah, it turns out if you blow it up, it don't drive so good anymore. I'm being harassed.
Luckily, you've got you're using an actual combat-proven vehicle against it. This is something with an actual record.
The 113 just blasting away at you like, die!
113, another vehicle with an actual record.
Wait a minute. The Abrams has a stellar record. What are you talking about?
Oh no.
Egyptians don't count.
Do I have to remind you of the Desert Storm?
That hasn't happened here. Alright. It's 1985, man.
Oh, it shot its last round. Big mistake, buddy.
Yeah, we never have anachronisms on our tanks.
I think the 113 is, I don't know, it must have been good because they struggled to replace it for a long time.
I'm shaking. Just terrified.
Those fire effects are placeholder miles. I think that's asset store stuff. We would really like our own VFX guy. We just cannot find one right now.
Surprisingly hard to get professional quality people.
Ross, it's the only metric for good. Sorry.
Yeah, no, we're in that dilemma where we have very ambitious stuff that we're making, but we don't have enough budget to support it. Speaking of which, patreon.com/gunneryheatpc if you want to help the project out. It really works.
Yes, it do. We are very thankful to our patrons. They allow us to do so much.
Miles, you have a skill that you can help us with.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
God damn it.
If only I had
I could
a
help.
platform and a reach.
If only there was some way I could help you guys.
Shit.
But I mean, learn VFX if you want to.
Someone wants to donate a $30 Subway gift card. I mean, we'd like the help, but Subway? Really?
Oh, that's why that thing looked like it was still shooting. There's two M113s in the same place.
No, it's a Super 113.
When a 113 and a 113 love each other very much.
God.
Like a Bradley.
Bradley, no, dude. You don't say the B word.
So when we were talking about AI fixes, this is one of them.
That it's not been fixed yet.
Yes.
We have fixed some stuff though. Like if you noticed in previous builds that the AI would like to shoot through entire sections of forest or the ground or other solid objects, we've gotten rid of that now. They still shoot through some trees, like light tree patches, and that still needs to be tuned a bit, but they won't try to shoot through everything and anything anymore, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
I Might Be Human, they still try to shoot through the ground. You are correct, but not in the way that I'm talking about. They no longer see through the ground. What happens is they don't know about gun obstruction yet, and about like rolling up so you can shoot over a berm. So they'll still shoot the ground, but they're not looking through the ground when they do it anymore, which is what they did before.
I think, they don't understand the offset between the sight and the gun, right?
Yes, and
Yeah.
that is something that should be fairly easy to fix. It's just, like everything else, there's only so much time. Oh, what happened?
The AI are not just War Thunder players.
That's what I like to see, Border.
They're better than War Thunder, but no, okay. I should mention the after action stuff. Let's see, this Abrams, you can see the exact state of everything, like as far as the ready rack door goes. I wonder if there's a shot where it was open that I can show. It's hard to catch it sometimes, but if they're in like mid reload and the door is open, it will actually show in the AR trace. Looks like none of them were.
Can Harry speak in an American accent for the rest of the stream?
Brother.
What's his Patreon tier?
Yeah.
I know, it's 6 a.m.
He's made music and stuff.
Okay, Border.
That's not an American accent.
That's pretty
It's the most
close.
American.
Bug collecting.
Yeah. So what I was going to mention is the composite armor is shown in this after action view. The blue is special armor. The Nira array. Burlington 2 or Cobham or whatever you want to call it. It goes by a lot of names. It's all the same stuff.
Have a chobham with your tea.
And the red, or like burnt orange, whatever, on the sides is the composite side skirts, which are also often called special armor, but it's not the same kind. And they're longer on the right side of the tank. More panels are made of that type because of the hull ammo storage being there, I assume. So they needed to extend it a little bit to maximize the safe maneuver angle. And you can see the backing plates as well. They're kind of darker. What was that?
There's all this weird like sorting order problems because there's so many random plates stacked in there.
Yeah, we could probably do some shader work to fix that later. It's not really that important right now.
We were gonna put like our guess of what the actual structure of that armor is, but we're worried we'll get it right, and then the alphabet men will knock on our door.
Yeah, that's always the risk. It's like we have our theories about how they built the armor, but we don't want to get in trouble. I would rather have the game still be up instead of like knowing that I got close and then having to take it away and get my name on another list and all that stuff.
Another list.
Oh, if you don't have your name on a list, why are you even living? Okay. Any other good questions?
I don't know, I stopped looking.
Closet Monster, I noticed how the Nira normalizes projectiles when they impact. It's a really nice touch. Yep, that's built into our ballistic system. Different types of armor have different properties. I can set normalization, and in that case, it is enabled for that. Alright, are we forgetting something? There's a lot that went into this patch. I already showed the map, showed the Abrams. The April Fool's content was the T-34, obviously. But there could be other stuff. That's
some ammo rack doors should never be opened.
It's yeah, I'm interested to see if anybody finds anything else that wasn't there before, or that's kind of out of the ordinary, but we'll see. Could take a while.
See if anyone can prove themselves worthy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give any hints about other stuff. There's a few things too. There's like little, whatever. They'll figure it out eventually.
I actually think it's gonna be months before people find some of the stuff we added.
Oh yeah.
I think
depends how diligent they are.
Yeah.
Months.
I reckon we'll at least put out more patches before then.
We'll see.
Yeah. I'll take that bet.
Yeah, I think so.
I think someone will find it within a month.
No, I don't think a month.
No.
I'm gonna go with a week and a half without hints. I'm optimistic.
We're not dropping hints ever, right? I think we should make that vow. I think we should.
If it takes a really long time and nobody finds something, we might, right? Because you want someone to see it to appreciate it, right? Eventually.
The thing about it is they're gonna think they've found something, but it's like they haven't. You know what I mean? They're gonna be like, "Oh, I found the thing," and it's like, "Well,
no, that's a wall that's out of place. No, that's a wheel that we did wrong."
Yeah.
I think it would be obvious when they find something, right? Because they'll know when they're on the right track.
We'll know when they're on the right track. They will know.
They are a spirited bunch. They'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm. By the way,
figure it out for at least 2 months.
All right, you got 2 months. I got a week and a half.
All right. 1 month.
1 month for Kavi. By the way, if you want your name in the patron section of the credits, you need to have the $5 tier and you need to send the name that you want. And it can't be just any name. If it's like offensive or whatever, I'm not going to put it in. But you want a name in there, you get on the list, you're immortalized, you get our eternal gratitude, our $5 worth of eternal gratitude, and then, yeah.
We have had a ton of new patrons too, and we have been busy and not following up on that. So
Well, yeah, but it notifies you when you sign up that if you want to do that, you need to send the name.
that's fair.
Although I think those messages are like easily ignored, like people don't seem to notice.
I ignore your messages all the
Toxie, you can send your name selection to either the gunnery PC account on Patreon via Patreon DM, or to me on Discord, or to Kavi. Any of those three will reach the list eventually.
I think if you submit gaming as your name, you get insta-banned, right?
I think you
No.
just-
What happened is someone already took gaming, so if you put your name as gaming, I'm just gonna not put it in.
So, and we
You
won't
could buy
add-
it from
there.
them as an NFT or whatever, right?
We won't add Baming either. Don't even try that.
I recommend using like a name that identifies you and not a meme name, but that's
A
just
meme
me.
that you'll be tired of in like a month.
Right,
That's
and
when
then
I'm
every
gonna
time
change
you
it
play
again.
the game, you'll say, "Oh man, I put myself in there as that. Nobody will know who I am now." Any leaks? Well, how much did you pay attention to the pre-stream slideshow? If people were watching closely, they might have noticed some stuff that we haven't shown before. Wonder if I can pull some of that up.
No way.
Can
I
we
didn't even
hang
see
on?
that stuff.
When we made our bet about how long it's going to take them to find the stuff, we're assuming like completely like finished finding, or like are you talking about how long it'll take them to get a lead on what they've got to?
I'm gonna say a week and a half for someone to notice the first stage. Let's say how's
I said
that?
a month to find it.
A month to
I think
find the
it's-
full thing.
Oh, to find. Okay. Well, I think it's going to be at least 2 months until someone actually like, does like figures everything
whole
out. I'll
thing.
put it that way.
Hmm.
I'll still go with a month.
Thing.
I'm optimistic.
I would say once they find the actual thing, it'll be like a couple hours until they get the actual final stage because then
they'll
you
probably
just-
notify everyone, right? They'll be like,
Maybe.
"Look, guys, look."
Yeah. I guess it depends if they keep it to themselves or not. Yeah.
No, they're not going to keep themselves. It's exciting when you find it.
I
Like,
would
come on.
say because it takes really.
Would you
what does it
find
take,
that
you know
and
what I
then
mean?
hide it? I don't think I would be able to. I'd
No,
immediately run a
no.
Well-
Discord and be like, "What is
I
this?"
see we've dropped enough hints. That's not happening.
Yeah, no, you're not getting any
Yeah.
hints until I get impatient, basically.
Until Josh is like,
Right,
"I
so
want
you're
them
gonna-
to see."
You're going to force yourself to win the bet by giving hints when it
No,
comes
no,
up
no,
to
no.
one.
I'm not gonna do
Yes,
that.
it's
I,
true.
I promise
He's
I'm not
to
gonna.
alter the deal.
I have altered the deal. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna let them look around, and then if a week and a half passes and no one's found anything, I'll be like, "Hey Harry, you were right. Take this quote, frame it, put it up."
You're trying to short my stonks, man.
It's not very stonksy, you brother. I'm just watching for these slideshows to show something new. Someone mentioned a second ago missile BRDM. Yeah, 9P148. That is in production. I don't think we've had that in the slideshow here before. What else is there? There was a T55AM, but that was in there before. I trimmed it down a little bit though. There should be fewer pictures, like fewer old ones. What does Moose says? Excuse me, there are 7 or 8 missile BRDMs. That is true. We're not adding all of them. Don't expect that. What else? Thermonuclear bomb when? You never know.
It's already there. You guys just don't know. You guys.
Malyuka
Next vehicle
BRDM.
is,
when?
I think the Malyuka
There's
BRDM
one.
would be a
BNP-1P.
one.
Oh, hey, look at that, guys.
So that's
Yeah,
that's,
they have a Conkers on them, Wagonly.
Yep. I like the BMP-1P a lot, actually. It's got the chonker gun. What else we got here? All right. I believe we've talked about everything we were intending to show, right?
Intending to show? Yes.
Yeah. Let me do an actual purposeful show of a thing. Just a little stream teaser.
Oh,
Oh boy.
No, it's not going to be
Wait,
anything
what?
crazy.
oh,
Something that's new, but not unexpected, I think.
don't want your leaks.
I'm actually not sure what he's going to show.
No, it's terrifying.
The suspense.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
Oh yeah.
This is getting pretty close to final production stages. This is the USSR T-62, not East German this time. We are developing other nations as well.
The outstation links are more up to date.
Oh yeah, that's right. If you go on Harry's ArtStation, you get early leaks for some things.
Link dropped in chat.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that was Harry. I'm just saying it. But I
Thank you, Harry.
appreciate the credit.
So better ammo? What do you mean better ammo?
The 115 millimeter, I'm assuming. That's what he means.
Better ammo and a whole different vehicle.
Yeah. It is a different vehicle.
But better ammo, right?
Shut up. Okay. M900A1 when Labola,
Very, very.
you should
smooth,
know
Josh.
better. Hey, there was a Leo, someone said. Yeah, that's true. That was in that slideshow. Okay. If anybody has any last minute questions, ask them now, because I think we're going to wrap up the stream and go to patrons' voice chat. Is Raketen Jagdpanzer planned?
Yes.
I believe so. Yep. That would be a good ATGM vehicle for this time period. Smoke grenades, yes.
What is
There's a
9
guy
plus
who
10?
lives near me and has. I'm not going to say it's a Canon and Jagdpanzer, but he's got one that is broken and he's fixing it. So I can probably ask him to scan that and then base the Raketen Jagdpanzer off that.
Claza Monster asks, how do you zoom while in free cam mode? You hold shift and scroll the mouse wheel. You can look up all the free cam controls by clicking the how to play button in the main menu and going all the way to the bottom. I know that sounds sarcastic. You can find out by clicking how to play, but no, that's actually all the information is in there. It's a good source. And gunnery guides are linked to the main menu now. So if you're playing, like, if you're playing the T-72 and you're like, why are my shots always missing? It's probably because you didn't read about how the laser works and how you have to aim at the little red circle, stuff like that. So read up all those guides if you're curious how to maximize your performance on each tank. All right. Well, thanks everyone for attending the dev stream. Hope you have a good time with the new build and look forward for more patches. If you want to support the project, patreon.com/gunneryheatpc or the merch store linked on the Discord in the info and links channel.
Go to the after party.
The after party, yeah.
Real fun happens.
That's where we go. That's where we go show
that's
all
where
the
that's
real
where we put the
leaks.
actual leaks, right? That's for patrons though, and
We said no plebes are allowed. Nope.
That's where Carvey posts his sock photos.
that's where the OnlyFans goes.
Not just for Harry anymore.
Mhm. Yes, I would say it's Harry as well. Okay, that's it. Time to hit the end screen, and we'll catch you guys in a few on the other channel.
Bye-bye.
Patrons. Adios.
Goodbye.